So that was a pretty fun and productive workout today. I didn't expect to do the calves. I met up with a friend at the leg station before I was going up to do the bench press, and I said, "Well, I've been neglecting my calves, so what the heck?" I managed to get in quite a bit of work there. I did like, I don't know, 100 reps. It was staggered, paused. I did the rep, what is it, the extended rep scheme where you do like 25, then 20, 15, 10, and all of that. I didn't even go down to 8. I just repped out at 15, 15, 15. Calves can take a lot of work, and calf muscles are one of those muscles that require like a lot of concentrated work in a short period of time. In other words, you have to pump them up and pump them up with a great deal of focus. I don't think they really need a great deal of weight. I feel the weight when I do the heavy squats. I get my calves get totally pumped when I do those Smith squats with the maximum weights and stuff. So they get to work that way. I just have the genetic long legs and the long insertion for the calf. So I'm not expecting fat man calves like the bulky, thick. So I'm not really obsessing about that. They've carried me around the world. I do try to build them up. I do try to focus on hypertrophy as much as I can. But it seems one of those things that it's just like in vain. And that's why I kind of wanted to get into that in this video today, of how to implement faith. You have to trust that if you're doing the right things, if your output, that you're writing everything down, or at least you keep a log of some sort, even in your mind, and your lifts are going up, your total output is going up, and your performance is increasing, something good is happening, right? Even if your bicep is still the same 18 inches it was 20 years ago, I'm just not growing. It's like I've been eating so many calories and I actually dropped a pound. So, I don't know exactly what to attribute that to. Is it, lack of anabolic steroids, or it's just my age, or what is it? But, I'm just not gaining the way I'd like to, but that's not really the focus, because my first and primary love of this sport is the performance. In other words, I want to bench 3 plates on the incline. So that's, more than having the big chest, is to be able to perform, to do the movements. At the end of the day, I think that's all that's left, is the performance. I know it's nice to have a nice body and to show it off and everything, but for me particularly, it's all about the lifting. I really enjoy the lifting. I enjoy the increasing the PRs, the busting through new records and stuff like that is what gets me up in the morning for this particular sport. So having said that, of course I'd like to have 22-inch arms. I'd love to have, a massive physique and all of that, but we'll see. It's not my primary focus. I'm not obsessing about the cosmetics of it for now. I guess when I'm a little older, I'll fret and fuss a little bit more about that as I want to lean out and stuff. Anyways, let's get back to the review of this particular training session. Oh no, to the faith. Okay, so if you know that your performance is going up continually, and your nutrition is on point, and you're getting better in the gym in a measurable manner. I mean, okay, what do we measure? We measure reps, we measure sets, we measure weight, we also measure time under tension. So part of the benefit of these videos is that I can log in how many seconds the set took and how many total sets, and I add up the seconds, and that's time under tension, or touch. So I have another column in my Excel in my logbook where I can write in this data, so eventually we can write out some productive programs for other people, and for myself also, and see where we're at. So today, was there any PRs? No. Like in the incline, which I focused on today, I did have a good progression from last week and the few weeks before. I had injured my shoulder. I've been on the internet looking what the hell happened to me, and there's too much information there to really determine exactly what it is without getting an MRI and all of that. But thank God that wasn't needed, because it's healed. Like the other day, I had to literally grab my hand with my other hand to grab the fork off the table, and that's how painful it was. I couldn't move it. And now benching 2 freaking plates, I can go up to 2.5 pretty soon. I know that. So I'm just couldn't be happier with that. Anyways, then from there we went to the a burnout set with one plate and tried to do as many reps as possible, an AMRAP with cluster. That was a lot of fun. I think I got 32 reps. And some people might think that's junk volume, but it's not. Like at the end of a workout, those burnout sets really work. And man, this insertion right here in the inner chest, I'm feeling it. I mean, it's pretty sore right now, so I know it got some good work. And along with the heavier weights, you're getting the job done. Then I went to the rear delt pec machine, which is very effective for targeting the muscle, and I believe is totally ineffective for building the muscle. So I prefer using the heavy dumbbells, even if I swing them, even if I'm yanking them, even if they're not perfect form, even if the range of motion is off, the muscle builds. I mean, I just feel that the muscle is, that's the way I built them in the past. And, I'm not going to take my shirt off, but, they're decent size. Now I go to the machine and it works perfectly and I get a better pump and it works, but it just doesn't get the muscle built the same way. So next time I'm definitely going for a heavy dumbbell session, because that's what, and the barbell rows. Like when I pack on significant weight on the barbell row, that also hits my rear delt in a certain special way. So after that, did the arms, and today I did one more rep with the 50 pounders. They're not super strict, but they're strict enough. They're an annoying. When you get to a point where it's annoying to do the lift and you would rather choose 5 pounds less, that's the way you need to do. So those 50 pounders are a bugger, man. It's like, they kind of, they hurt a little bit. You got to really struggle. I have to really struggle to get through it. So my first video was like 9 reps and I got up to 11, then 12, and now I'm to 13. So by golly, I'm going to graduate to 55 pounders, and it'll be sloppy. It won't be super strict, but what the heck? You got to increase your strength also. And that means a little bit of body English, a little bit of not so strict. And, because we do a lot of strict work in the workout. So you can, so increasing the weight with a little bit of cheat, a little bit of body English, all that, that's okay as long as you're doing really strict work on top of it. And I did. After that was the incline dumbbells with 25 pounds. I've seen Ben Pekulski doing these with like light weights and blowing those arms out to outer space. Of course, they're on 6 different compounds. They're on growth hormone and insulin and 5,000 calories and 15 years of training, and they come off and it all goes away. Or that, so it's, we're trying to do this as the best we can. I don't have 6 compounds in me. I don't have insulin or growth hormone or 5,000 calories, but I wish. I'm just joking. We'll get there someday. Just kidding. Well, that'll be for another video. Don't do drugs, kids. They're bad for you. Anyway, so next on the list was the triceps copa, which is the dumbbell behind. I haven't done that in years. I don't know why I did it today. Probably because I didn't want to go down to the cables. Again, the cables are great. They get a great pump. They work the angle. They do wonders for, the form and everything. But I just don't feel it the same way as when I'm hitting that slag. So I did 77 pounds and then 88 pounds and then one arms. And that was great. That was a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll, doing my best for next week to improve on those numbers. When you top out a weight that is not practical to go beyond, like say that dumbbell thing, you're not going to, I've seen some people do really heavy weights. I can't imagine myself doing like a 150-pound dumbbell, though I think it would probably rip my triceps or something. When I get to about 100 or 110 pounds, it's all about the intensifiers then. It's all about bringing in more intensity into those sets and looking for different progression parameters on those isolation movements. So all in all, it was a great workout. I had a lot of fun, which is the most important thing. And I'm progressing, so I know that I'll be reaching my goal one day if I continue. God willing, he gives me the chance to do this. then it'll all be fine. So what else would I want to say today on this video? I guess there's a lot of things I want to say, but I need to keep these videos kind of compact and short. We are starting this channel. It's a new thing for me to be in front of the camera. It's a new thing for me to be logging these videos, and I think there's going to be a resurrection, or a reincarnation or something that they call it, as soon as I get my audio and my video equipment set up properly. I'll start over with like more programming, and I can edit and do stuff in a more media friendly manner, but that's all for the future. There's always hope for doing better in the future. Anyways, God bless everybody and have a wonderful day. So we'll be doing the 10-minute warm-up before we get started on our chest and arm routine. We'll be including some rear delts and some side delt machines. So let's get to it. So, calf muscles grow best when you throw a lot of work at them in a short period of time. So here we're going to do an extended drop rep set. We're not dropping the weight, we're dropping the reps at each set. So we're going to take about a 30-second rest, and then we'll drop from 20 down to 15. Another 30-second rest, and from 15 down to 12. Then from 12 to 10 to 8 to 6, and we'll finish around 4 reps. So, on those 2 sets of the incline, the issue is for me not to lower the bar too much. So I try to stay within the 90-degree range. A lot of people say that's not full range of motion. It is. It's enough. And the reason I don't do it any deeper is because I have hurt my shoulders before. And so for longevity's sake, I've sacrificed, I guess, the guillotine, bringing it down to the throat. I find that I can progress better with the weights and the reps and the leverage. It's just, obviously it's a bit easier to do limited range of motion, but I don't believe that 90 degree is limited. Perhaps, 45, this type of thing. But when you bring 90 degrees in, it's, I feel that it's enough. So today we've gotten two new progressions. They're not PRs, but they are progressions. So I'm satisfied with that. We're going to do a last burnout set. I'll even do a pause. I think I'll do a cluster and just see how many reps I can do. I'll take a 10 breaths.
between the cluster sets. So it's about 30 seconds. And I'll just try to write it out to see how far I can go. I may speed up that part of the video so it, it doesn't get too tedious. Anyways, let's get to it.